And we are going live right now. And let me just stream this as well. Oops, I don't know my own code. And we are going live. Hello, good morning, y'alls. So it's been a long time and I just had something to share, and I had the studio set up. I just went live with Redline, my buddy Darren, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I am up to. And I'm gonna flip this show. This is the Not So Ancient Chinese Secret Show for those of you who know of the show. Anyways, and what we normally do is we shoot the breeze for a little bit and then we talk about the topic at hand. And today's topic is the Nikon D750, this camera of yore. Like, it's just like 3-year-old camera, and trying to figure out what are the limits of hand holding video in low light, and can I get away with actually doing that? And so I won't take your comments right now. I'm going to go through the stuff so I don't waste your time. So those of you who don't want to chit chat, don't have to bother. But what I did, I just took this camera with this exact little lens, and I just shot around the house yesterday in very low light with no other external lighting, no microphones, no nothing. I just literally just, flip out the back and walked around like this. And this little lens is the 24mm. I've got links and everything in the description, so don't worry about that. And what I did was just wanted to figure out how I can get a run and gun look. I've been watching a lot of Vice. I don't know why. Payday? Anybody watch that show? I do. And what's cool about it is that you seem really present with them. There is a lot of shake to the camera movements, but the nice thing is that you just feel like you're just kind of offline the wall. And sometimes they're following these people who you kind of, it's kind of sketchy, like there's a lot of cash rolling around and there's a lot of guns rolling around or drugs. And you kind of wonder, how did they do that? Well, I'm pretty sure they didn't have a big, huge gimbal rig or shoulder rig, and they just pretty much run and gun it. And so I was thinking to myself, I'm doing more video production, and I love the quality that I'm getting with my gimbal and my big kits. But if I need to really get unobtrusive and capture stuff, is it okay if I only have a Nikon D750? There's no stabilization inside the sensor. I don't want to use big old stabilized lenses because my favorite angle of view is about the 35mm, and sometimes I'll need to go wider, like 24, and I still want to handhold it and see what I can get away with. So here's a video that I took around the house yesterday, and again, for those of you who are here, thank you so much for showing up, guys. I will actually respond to every single comment afterwards, so we're going to flip the show. We're going to take comments at the end, and we can chit chat then. I'd love to hear your thoughts too, but first of all, let's take a look at this video.
I think I'm bad at math because I'm bad at math. 12 negative 12 by 3. Do you multiply this by 4 root 5?
Yeah.
Oh.
They do. But on the days that they don't, you're walking, carry your runners around or whatever. I don't know.
Oh darn, I just realized that video was in full frame. I didn't do it for 720p. My bad. It's been too long. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to resize this on the fly. Let's try this again.
I think I'm bad at math because I'm bad at math. 12 negative 12 by 3.
This is such a fail. I'm so sorry.
Do you multiply this?
You guys are like literally seeing like a portion of the screen, and so that's not really going to give you much of anything, is it? Let me see if I can get this working.
I think I'm bad at math because I'm bad at math. 12 negative 12 by 3. Do you multiply this by 4 root 5?
Yeah.
Oh.
They do. But on the days that they don't, you're walking, carry your runners around or whatever. I don't know. Isn't it laughing? She's just like, oh.
Me on the other hand, I just cower in fear.
Yeah.
If it was so bad, why would you offer your services to me?
Kayla always says it's bad.
Because you're nice. I've got the right answer. That's the thing. Okay, so 13 minus 3, 15. That's pretty good. Okay. Does Kojak walk like this?
I've got this on video, man.
Dad, bro. Do you know what my Kindle is?
Truly, that was Any Given Sunday. And my apologies for the video. I just realized it's in 1920, whereas I can only stream in 720p into Facebook, which means the bandwidth is probably totally choking, and you probably saw a lot of stuttering. So there are links to the actual video that I've uploaded onto YouTube as well. And there was no color grading done. There was nothing. I just chopped it up into the sections that I wanted to show, and it is online there. But, you know, usable. I totally think so. I wouldn't go too much of a longer lens, like past 35. I've tried shooting with a 50 and 85 millimeter lens, and I just find that I get introduced more camera shake as my lenses get longer, right? But yeah, totally usable. And a couple of things that I really love. I should make a note. My settings. I shoot all manual, and so those are at the cloudy setting because I wanted the incandescent lights to look nice and warm. But the problem was that it's a little bit too warm. So of course I could change that in post if I wanted to actually color grade. But I also check. I use this 24 millimeter lens, but I do shoot in the DX crop factor for that shoot. And what that does is it crops in about 1.5 times, which means this 24 millimeter lens is about a 36 millimeter lens, which is really close to my favorite 35 millimeter field of view. And I love shooting with a 35 millimeter camera. I'm so used to it. I love it. And what I also love about this old what is it called? A D lens, okay? So this old lens right here, it has very definitive stops when it gets to the closest focusing and infinity. And that means I always know where my fingers are. And because the lens is so tiny, I can actually go back and forth, quite repeatable. Like I'm not perfect at it yet, but I'm assuming that I'll get better at this as I practice more with this one particular lens. And of course, I can always go back into the full frame mode so I can get the full 24 millimeter field of view with this too, which I also love. And so, yeah, really versatile. I'm really impressed for a 3-year-old camera that I'm shooting 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames a second if I wanted to, handheld at night. And so one thing that I do wish that I don't like about the Nikon Ergonomics is when you are shooting in video mode, you have to, like, if you notice at the very end of that clip, I have some Christmas lights outside the house that were flickering. And they don't actually flicker when you're looking at them in real life. They're flickering because of the shutter speed that was chosen. And because I wanted to keep my aperture a constant f2.8, I still have my ISO and my shutter speed to change. But because I was just holding my camera the whole time, I just chose to change my shutter speed, slower or faster to accommodate for the changing light situation. The problem with that at certain shutter speeds, as you now know, that LED lights, fluorescent lights flicker. And so the problem with having to change the ISO on this particular camera is the fact that you need 2 hands to do it. You need to press and hold the ISO button on the back with your left hand, and then you've got to rotate the dial on the back here with your right thumb. And that's a problem because often my hand grip is going to be over here so I can actually manually focus. So having to move back here is going to introduce camera shake as well. I think a better solution would be for them to be able to assign either the FN and the PV buttons to, either open up the app or decrease the ISO or increase the ISO like they allow for the aperture, right? Or they can assign one of the dials. The dials are kind of a problem because 1, they make sound, and 2, they're quite detonted, which means that you have to create some kind of force to do it. And so if you're shooting video, that's going to make it jolt a lot. And so I'd prefer if there were actually the buttons here on the front. They've got the tiny button here, the FN and the PV. If I could assign those to ISO up and the other one to ISO down, I would love to be able to shoot freehand. Maybe I can even do this now while I've got my finger here. I could still change the ISO up and down with my third fingers on either hand. And that would be great. Alas, I doubt they will do this for us because the Nikon D750 is a 3-year-old camera. So You know, of course, there are other better cameras for video right now. I mean, I am seriously considering the GH5 because it does have a built-in stabilizer, which would mean I could get really steady shots, much more so than what I'm seeing here now. And another camera that hopefully will be released soon is a Sony A7S Mark III, and that should be a low light king. And you're in the 6-digit ISO range now. And so that's going to be incredible as well. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys that because it's something that I'm actually testing right now as I create more media for people. And I'm loving what I'm seeing. So I'd love to hear your thoughts too. I do have a thought of the day. And then my favorite part, I will get to chit chat with you guys because I've kind of flipped the show. So instead of preamble of 5 to 10 minutes, I can actually take my time afterwards and just talk to everybody before I go. So anyways, let's go to the thought of the day before we end off and talk, get to chit chat together. Thought of the day. You will try and you will sometimes fail. There will be no apparent reward except to know that you did your best. Yeah, my son calls me a try-hard, and I'm glad that he's actually become a little bit more of a try-hard too. And I just believe that if anything is worth doing, it's worth doing to your best of your ability. And so hopefully we can all, whether we're doing it for paid work or we're just trying to push the limits of like an old camera, we can try to do the very best that we can with the tools that we have. So that's all I got for today, guys. And I'm going to get to the comments, but if you want, you can leave me a comment, even if it's on the rebroadcast, and I will try to make believable answers to your questions. And if there's anything that I've missed or something that I could learn from you, I would love to. And we're all in this together. So hit me up in the comments. Love you guys. Ciao. And I shall now get to the comments. Yo, everybody! It's been a while. Okay, I don't know. It's been so long. I gotta say hello to all my friends. Paul, dude. And then Miguel says, yes, brother from another mother. Chris is in the house. Who is this guy? I know, it's been a while. Hello. Anyways, what do we got here? Chris says, I want to come eat at your house. You know what? It was so funny because we actually were not even hungry, but we had my niece over, and it was just like we always have good food. It's please come over. We can share, break bread. It would be awesome. Kim says, just saw lots of dumplings. Yum. Yes. And so yeah, that was a really bad video that I shared. Sorry guys, it was not art, but totally with it. So Adam, hello Poland, welcome to the show. So what are your thoughts, guys? Anybody else doing video with DSLRs? Am I the only one right now pushing 3-year-old gear to do this? And I know it's not HD, but still, I mean, they're capable of so much now. It's quite shocking. Like this was state of the art 3 years ago. Sadly, DSLRs really haven't improved, I think, by leaps and bounds. Maybe the future is mirrorless. I don't know, right? And so, like I said, I'm seriously considering the GH5. I'm seriously considering, Sony A7S Mark III. And so, different beasts, of course. But yeah, I'll take you along on that journey. But I just really want to do this review for you guys because it's what I'm dealing with exactly today. But I think I shall cut this off for now, just in case. I'm going to check on YouTube. Hello, I cannot see you on YouTube, but thank you guys for being here. And if you make a comment, I will reply. But of course, if you hit this in the rebroadcast, hit me up and I shall make up believable answers. And because I am so terribly sporadic at this now, because I am doing full-time media production, we are in the thick of wedding, and I need to make multimodal videos. Please don't kill me, guys. Thank you. And so anyways, I will try to do this more regularly, but it definitely won't be daily. I'm hoping weekly. I don't know. But sign up and you guys can subscribe and I will spam you. And the best way to do that is so that you give me, you can sign up and give me your text number. And I swear I won't spam you because I don't have time. And I don't like spam. And then what you'll do whenever we go live, I just it'll actually send you an automated text. So you can just click on the link. Chris says, I have the Canon 7D that I wanted to use for videos. Oh man, that is like an incredible camera. You should. Adam says, I tried D750, but now I got 5D4, baby. Whoa, 5D Mark IV, you like it? Okay. Adam says, I have too much Nikon stuff, but Nikon don't give video. Oh, interesting. So Nikon does have video, but I mean, I don't know. Like, are you looking for like better? Like, I don't know. You doing a ton of video? Adam? Yeah, cool. I know Canon's way ahead for the dual pixel autofocus, and so that's also much better. But to be honest, I never use autofocus for anything. Like I don't do 3D tracking or eye tracking. I just set center point and focus, and that's it, right? And for video, even less so, I think. In video, I manually focus because I like to rack focus back and forth if I can. So I don't know. Do you have something else, another way that you do that? Chris says, good for pro-ish stuff, cumbersome for family stuff. I've switched to the iPhone for family stuff. iPhone. Chris, are you getting the new iPhone 10? I ordered it the day that it was launched, right? At like 1 a.m. my time, because it was launched at 12 p.m. Pacific. And I go to the website and I try ordering it. And by the time I check out, the shipping date switches from November 3rd, which was the launch date, to like November 16th. And so it's kind of like, mine's coming, I guess. But I am going to be trying to push the limits of the iPhone 10 because all I got is this old iPhone 5 right now. And I really do believe that we should be maximizing our technology and not just, using the latest greatest because, but yeah, I am really looking forward to see how well I can push the iPhone 10. Anyways, Chris says, maybe I just need to use it more and get a faster lens. The hardest thing that I found about video is the daunting curve of post-production. And it does take a lot of time to go through the footage and then cut it and then find music and then put everything together. And so I'm trying to find ways to make that faster and faster because I'm just an efficiency geek and I just can't sacrifice quality for the most part. But anyways, I'll try to figure that out. Brett is in the house. Good to have you here, man. I hope you have some good Java. Sven, good to see you. Donna, Jose, Glenn, David, Kiyoung, good to have you here. William, Carlos, Jin, is that GC? That's my GC. Christian, Hendrik, Jeffrey, Alan, Hardik, Charlie, Barney, Joe, Stan, Jason. Hello, welcome everybody here. Brian, Karen, Laura, Carlos, and yeah, Tammy, good to have you here. So again, I'm going to be flipping the show, and I'll try this and see if this works better for some. Big Kevin from YouTube, welcome here, man. Good to see you. It's been a long time. And so what we're going to do now, if I do come on live, I will start talking about the topic in the first, like within 30 seconds or a minute of starting the live stream so that those who need to get in and out can hear what they want to hear. And then what I'm going to do at the end is chit chat and talk to people. And I really think that part of this live streaming thing is awesome because of the community that we can create and the real-time interaction. So I don't want to stop doing that, but I was trying to think to myself, when I look at live streams, do I want to get through all that preamble? I usually just skip all the stuff where people talk to people and then I get to the good stuff. But then why don't I just put the good stuff first and then we can talk for as long as we want after? Ha ha ha. Never thought of that. Okay. So anyways, I shall do that. And so Dave Moss, big party for Dave Live. Oh, dude, I miss you. Mwah. Okay. Adam says for video sync, maybe plural eyes and multicam. Adam, I use plural eyes and it was not perfect. I'm very disappointed in how it is out of the box, but I have several workarounds that allow me to get my workflow down pat now. And so I'm very happy with the way I'm working now, but plural eyes isn't quite as strong as what they would make you believe they are. But it does work. Anyways. Cool. I will be going. I'm got to get lost. I got to get other work done. But it's so good to be back, guys. Thank you guys for being here. God bless. And I'll see you in the next live stream. Don't forget to subscribe. And the text is probably the best way. I promise not to spam you. And it's because you get an instantaneous text right away when I go live. So cheers, guys. Have a great week. How do I stop this?